Good morning, me hearties. It's just me, Scottie McClue. Sunday morning, nothing gets past me. 11 minutes past 9 in the morning. I thought we'd pop up and say hi, just see what's happening, and let everybody know about what's going on in the land of McClue. Very, very important. Glad you can join us. Pardon me. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Let everybody know. Say Flo Tie is on. The first lord of the internet. All right, Scotty. All right, Rab. Lovely to have you with us. Guys, remember when you're coming on, do tell us where you're watching from. That's very important. Now, we had an amazing show last night, but the phones weren't working. They're working now. Oh, listen to me. How good is that? Good morning, Stuart. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, welcome to our Sunday morning early bird. And everybody's coming and joining us, which is just fantastic. And I'll just say good morning, GOODMORNING. Nothing wrong with my spelling, I can tell you. So there we go. Good. We're on the YouTube as well, watching from Yorkshire. Fantastic. Aye. Lovely to have you with us, from Yorkshire. Don't be using up the internet now. Morning, Scotty, from Balloch in Loch Lomond. Lovely. I thank you from Balloch in Loch Lomond. Scotty admires the military forces, yet fails to question their loyalties to corrupt government. Well, you see, the interesting thing is, the forces don't work for the government, they work for the king. So there's no failure to question anything. That's you sorted. Good impression. Ha! Did you like that one, Magnus? From Canvey Island. How lovely, Mr. Fresh. Welcome from Canvey Island, I say, on a Sunday morning. Tremendous stuff. Now, have we got a good picture on the YouTube this morning? I ask you. I think we should be told. I think we need to know. Robert says, hey, man, how are you? Love from Cambuslang. Good morning, Robert. Good day, sir, says the wonderful Frank McElroy. Frank, are you working today? Are you just in, or is Sunday off? So there we are. It's not a question of admiring the military and forces. It's a question of being glad that they are there to deal with emergencies. Martin in Springboig, Malky Dinky-Doo face Springboig. The king is corrupt. 2 Scotties is Scranman. You have no evidence of that, Scranman, and you should be put in the tower for that. That's a treasonous comment. And do you know where I can find a damsel? Oh, I know where there are millions of damsels. Fantastic. It's called the UK. It's called Scotland. The damsels are in Scotland. I don't know how much they are in distress. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Very important. And tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Now we need to sort out the internet. I said that for my lovely Yorkshire viewers there. Jed has followed us. Thank you, Jed. What a lovely, lovely thing to do. We need to get something like another 100 followers this morning. We're off today, but going into Glasgow soon. Good one, Frank. It's a beautiful morning in Glasgow, I can tell you. Magnus says, I have a question. Why would SNP want independence from the Union, but then servitude elsewhere? Well, I don't think they want any servitude at all. Nobody does. If you're talking about the EU, we're only looking at the single market, getting access to the single market. That's what it's about. I shall go on my quest to Scotland and bring freedom. Yes, indeed. So there we are. So they're really just wanting independence from Westminster because the Westminster government are not serving the people. That's the difference. When do you start your lives? Well, this one, I do apologize for this, guys. It's terrible. Age doesn't come itself, you see. When do we start the lives? Well, I've just started this one at 11 minutes past 9. So we've only been up for 4 minutes. And if I could clear my chest, we'll be fine. Richard Fowler, good morning, Scotty Dinky-Doo. Good morning, Richard. Lovely to have you with us. And a big Dinky-Doo to you. Answer to your question, yes. YouTube working, 100%. Great, Frank. And you know the phones are working now as well, Frank, which is rather good. So there you are. So no, nobody's after servitude. Fix your lashes. Have I touched a filter? Are my lashes acting up? I don't think so. Follow us as soon as you can. Tremendous stuff. Lovely, I say. Now, loads and loads of people joining us, but get following. There you are. I'm going to get onto the internet company today, guys, because this is just not good enough. You people deserve better. You look a bit unwell today. Is there a cold going about? No, Robert, I'm absolutely fine. I had a cold last week, and I think it's just the remnants of that. You know, it can be very debilitating, I say, at my age. See what I just did there? There we go. It's wonderful. Do you remember dial-up? Oh, very well. I was on dial-up. See, Scottie McCLUE has always been about 10 years ahead of his time. And when we brought in the phone-ins, everybody was right into that. Is your accent real, says Sophie. Sophie, this is not an accent. This is just the way I speak and have always spoken. It's interesting, isn't it? So there we are. But Robert, thank you very much for telling me I'm not looking very well. We love it. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea. Oh, that is absolutely lush, guys. Is independence still going to happen, Scotty? Yes, I think it will. But it will need a terrific effort and a lot of justification in front of everyone. Scotland could do with its own media back. See, when I was a wee boy, all the media was owned by Scots and run by Scots in Scotland. You see? So you had BBC Scotland that was run by Gaels from the Gaeltacht. Yes, indeed. And you had several BBC stations. When the BBC set up in Scotland, you had Glasgow, Edinburgh, Dundee, and Aberdeen. Now, what about that, you see? Oh, I can tell you. So there we are. Now, what have we got here? Lots of you joining us, and that is excellent. Now, some comments on the live were filtered to protect the community's experience. I adore seeing that, because it means all the wee trolls have been shunted off doing the swanny. Get following as soon as you can. We need William Wallace. Yes, poor old William Wallace. They hanged him. They drew him. They quartered him. They cut his head off and put it on a spike. And only then did he say, okay, I get it, you're upset. I don't know. Morning, Mr. Scotty. How the devil are you, my old China? Arthur, I'd lovely to have you with us, and a big dinky-do to you. This is just tremendous. Now, who else have we got here? What's this? Fix your lashes. I think we'll just dump you. There we are. If you get a real dafty, guys, just dump them. You know, because they've got no place on TikTok's top talk show. We, the English, are looking forward to working with Scotland again with renewed friendship. Charlie, the English and the Scots have never, ever, yes, in recent times, not been friends. It's Westminster that are not looking after Scotland properly. Scotland is subsidising the rest of the UK very heavily, you know, and getting their pocket money back. Was the cup from Mrs. McClue to your reminder as to who she is? Yes, Frank, this is Mrs. McClue's cup. I borrowed it. I actually haven't spoken to Mrs. McClue for about 30 years. And it's not that I don't love her, it's just I don't want to interrupt her. Wonderful stuff. Westminster only service their wallets, Magnus the Red. You are the one, I tell you. Time for a new Magna Carta, like King John in the 1200s. Perhaps it might be an idea, if the politicians keep failing us, to go back to absolute power of the king. What would you think about that? And just bypass the parliament. That's what I think. There's Robert. Robert's laughing away here. Fantastic, Robert. We love it, and we love your chat. I will upload last night, Rab, when I get a chance. Oh, no, it wasn't you that was asking. It was somebody else was asking, could we upload last night to get the phone call? Good morning to you, Scotty brother. Good morning. Your Wi-Fi is horrible. I know it is. I'm going to actually have a word with them after this broadcast. But it's still an accent. No, it's not an accent. What accent is it? Just a way of speaking. Where are you from? Morning from Weston-super-Mare. Susan, we love Weston-super-Mare. Woo! Fantastic. Is your pier repaired? I want to know. Independence is a dead duck. What makes you think that, Charlie? Remember, Scotland holds all the cards. That's why Westminster are in such a panic. So there we are. Yes, the internet's not good. I'm gonna phone them. So there we go. Now, who we got here? Leg says hi. Have you all followed me, guys? Get following as soon as you possibly can. Very, very important. We need long shanks. I think we've got enough long shanks at the moment, Charlie. Good morning from Tarbolton in Ayrshire, Tarbolton. We love it. We love Tarbolton. What a beautiful place to be. You lucky, lucky person. What's your view on Fastlane? Oh, it's beautiful. You can see it right across there from Greenock. You know, if you just, well, if you look at the right angle, you can probably catch it better from Port Glasgow. It's a lovely view. I have to say, a lovely view. Scotty, we'll catch up again next time. Frank, you have a lovely day, and Dinky-Doo, I tell you, big man. Fastlane, been there a long, long time. When I was wee, we had the Americans in the Holy Loch. That was a little bit more frightening. And I went over every single day at 4:30 so that the sailors could get liberty. I worked on the boats. What a privilege. Can I get a hooray for Shane? Of course you can. Hooray! I say, is it not hurrah? Is it hooray? Okay, Scotty, we'll catch up next time. Of course we will, Frank. No problem. Anybody want to try a call this morning? Do let me know. The only trouble is I'm going to go and get a hold of this internet crowd and say this is just not good enough because they're being paid a fortune. Hello from the West Midlands, Paul Wooldridge. How lovely to have you with us from the West Midlands. I used to broadcast to the Midlands. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Jamie. Lovely that you could make it. Welcome, welcome. Remember my wee tune this time, Robert? We will. We'll get you a wee tune this morning. They got a wee tune last night, and that made up for it. I'm not sure if you were still with us. Bonnie Betty has followed. Bonnie Betty, what a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. Guys, I need another 10 followers as soon as you possibly can. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Dinky-Doo. How's the internet looking, guys? Is it still acting up on the TikTok? YouTube is apparently very, very good. But we'll do another couple of minutes and then I'll go away and give them a ring. Good morning, Scotty, from a very cold Ayrshire. Yes. Now, pardon me, we're in for some pretty cold weather this week, guys. So wrap up warm, I say. Yes, indeed. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Diane's joined us as well. Good morning, Diane, and a big Dinky-Doo to you. Let me know how the internet's behaving on the TikTok, guys. That's great. And get following as soon as you possibly can. Lots and lots to discuss this morning. I think I might just push off in a couple of minutes and phone the internet company. When are we going to have any snow? Paul, I think there will be snow this week across a lot of Scotland, southern Scotland and England. I think there will. It's forecast. And as you know, how can the forecasters get it wrong? I love the one when the old farmer said, hey, there's some dirty weather coming up. And they said, have you been on to the BBC weather? And he went, no, BBC. The cows are lying down and the sheep are turning their backsides to the wind. You're dropping out, Scotty. Aha. Is Scotland just a place full of English people making it successful? No, Charlie. England's full of Scots making it successful. So you're getting a wee bit confused there. Remember, the Scots have invented really everything that we have that's any good. All the Scots, absolutely. Yes, indeed. Any in the West Midlands? Paul, I think you'll probably get a scattering in the West Midlands, I would say. Morning, Scotty, Dinky-Doo, flying back to Scotland tonight. Big fan of your work. Ewan, you're very, very kind. Where are you watching from, Ewan? Guys, let us know where you're watching from. I'm going to go away and speak to the internet company, and I will be back in a few minutes, I say. There's Joe, Dinky-Doo. The Flying Scotsman is a good steamship. The Flying Scotsman. I saw the other day, and I thought, she's so beautiful. So I was brought up with steam trains. We lived next to a station, and we used to have to shut the door when the trains were going to, because they did this sort of chuff, 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 you know, and everything shook. I'm watching from Forteventura. Oh, Ewan, that will be gorgeous. But you're coming back to see us. Diane is in Edinburgh. Lovely to have you with us, Diane. And a very, very good morning to you. Guten Morgen, I say to you. Lovely, lovely. More followers, guys. Watching from Largs, says Jamie. Jamie, I love Largs. I used to go over on a boat called the Keppel. She'd been the Gravesend to Tilbury Ferry. She was called the Rose. And she came up to the Clyde, the Keppel. And before that, it was the Countess of Breadalbyn, which was bought by my dear old friend and mentor and boss, W. Roy Ritchie, called the Countess of Kemput, renamed. And before that, it was the Ashton and the Leven went from Largs to Milport. They were quite slow. And I worked on the Ashton. I'm in Cumbernauld, bro. You know where that is? Oh, Cumbernauld. What's it called? Cumbernauld. Watching from Ayrshire. We love Ayrshire. Beautiful parts of the world. Apart from the phone, didn't Graham Bell rip off the Italian guy? No, not at all. Not at all. Not connected at all. Marconi was the radio man. And, of course, Scotland got right into the radio. And then radar. Robert Watson Watt saved us in the Second World War. Another Scotsman. Tar Macadam for the roads. Yes, Dunlop for the pneumatic tyres. Alexander Fleming cured all these millions. Wonderful. And my uncle's great relative, Sir John Crofton, he got rid of the TB with the streptomycin. And I can remember John Crofton being interviewed on telly, and he said, we cured 16 million people. Said nobody believed us, but we did. And that's your National Health Service, guys. So we need to always protect the NHS from all these greedy people. Tar McAdam from Muirkirk. Yes, I know Muirkirk well. You're in the old mining village, and you're not far from Crossragrule Abbey. Am I right or 100% correct? There we are. Fantastic stuff. They said so in The Godfather and The Sopranos. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. A wonderful, although I have to say, The Godfather, what a movie. Tar McAdam from Muirkirk. We love it. Muirkirk in Ayrshire. And then, of course, Darvel has hit the headlines in recent times. We love it. We love Darvel. Tremendous stuff. Now, get following, guys. I need more followers as soon as possible. Very important. Très important. Now, what I'll do is, guys, I'll push off in a minute or two, and I'll get onto the internet company because I'm not putting up with this. It's not fair on the TikTokers and the YouTubers because you've done so well. And we've hopefully fixed the phones. So there we go. So what if we all reconvened about 10 o'clock. Would anybody be up for that? We'll see what Dinky-Doo Scotty from Warrington. Diane, I love Warrington. Do you know Great Sankey? I had a dear friend from Great Sankey. And he used to pass all the old World War II American sheds on the motorway. John Logie Beard, Charles Rennie McIntosh. Yes, the list is endless. It is, of the Scots. Okay, sounds good, mate. See you then. So, guys, I'm going to push off. Take great care of your dear selves, and I'll get onto the internet company. If they fix it, I'll be back at 10 o'clock. So just take a wee check, hang around, check your phones, all that sort of stuff. If you're on the YouTube, then please subscribe. If you're on the TikTok, please follow and watch all the videos. And we will catch up soon at Dinky-Doo. I say to every single one of you, thank you for watching. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. Thank you very much, beautiful, beautiful YouTubers. And we'll see you all, hopefully, in about half an hour's time. Dinky-Doo. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.